Hi, it's Olivia, and from September 24th to September 30th, it is Banned Book Week. And at my school, I was just browsing around today, and they had this really cool setup, like this big old poster about banned books, and they had a shelf on the side with books that were wrapped like these, and they're still library books, so you still check them out, and I'll have to return them eventually. But I just thought it was really cool, and it inspired me to. I'm really excited to see what books are underneath, so that's what I'm just going to do on camera, and I'll read you what it says it's been banned for. And I also have a few other books that I just noticed on my shelf that when browsing the banned book lists, I saw frequently. So I just wanted to bring it up, and feel free to go in the comments and tell me about your thoughts on banned books. I'm not really going to get into much of a discussion on it in this video today. I'm just going to show some books. I'll say just overall, censorship towards books is boo, but there are things that, you know, for obvious reasons, you wouldn't want to have children reading. It depends on age. There's a lot of factors and stuff, but in general, books shouldn't be censored. For further clarification, I thought this was good to note. A banned book is defined as one that has been removed either from a local library shelf or a school curriculum, while a challenge book means that someone has simply questioned its appropriateness. On the other hand, censorship is defined as a larger scale effort to prevent a book from even being published or sold at all. Okay, so the first, I feel like I'm opening a present on Christmas. Anyway, this one says, this book was placed on a closed shelf when a parent challenged, so not banned or anything, just a parent challenged the book on the grounds that it was obscene and vulgar and, quote, because of black people being in the book. What is this? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm opening a present. I seriously do. There's like 2 layers of pickle wrapping. I'll speed this up. Maybe, I don't know. Oh. The book is Black Like Me by, I don't know the full name, the last name is Griffin. The name sounds really familiar. Black, I feel like I've seen you know, this one doesn't have the cover, but I'll pull up a cover and put it on the screen right now. Yeah, I'm going to take a second to look it up. I just looked it up on Goodreads, and I put it on my to-read shelf because this looks mighty interesting. Next one is challenged, not banned, in the Monmouth School District Library because it is pornographic trash. This is so funny. Okay. This is a college library, by the way, they got it from, so that's why they're in like that edition. Yeah, they're like this. Breakfast of Champions. And it's also by Kurt Vonnegut? Really? I haven't heard of this one. Breakfast of Champions. I didn't finish, but I read a lot of Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut, and I really loved it, and I still have yet to read Slaughterhouse-Five. That's the next one I want to read, but let me look this one up too. This is the last one. I would have grabbed more, but there's other people around me, and I think they wanted some. I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to be stingy and take them all, but I really wanted to at the same time. Anyway, it says removed from a Cleburne summer reading list, so it's completely off the reading list in Texas for a dual credit high school English class because the novel contains a rape scene and passages of explicit sex. Let's see. This looks like it's like a movie edition cover. What is this? Or not? No? Oh, it's a mini-series on Stars, that's why. See, you can always tell when they've changed the cover. The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. I'll be honest, I've never heard of this, ever. But moving on to some of my own. The first one I have is one that I've known has been controversial because it's often assigned reading in school and it's always brought up, but The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, the use of the N-word in this book is so controversial. I can see why, but at the same time, that was the context of the time, and I feel like if we were to start publishing editions of this without that word, that's kind of erasing the history of it. You gotta know that people talk like that, and if people start reading it and they don't know that this is what people were calling African Americans, I don't like the idea of that. That's what it is, and I think it should be kept. This next book was listed as the second most challenged book in US libraries, and I could tell that because every time I was looking up banned book lists, this book kept popping up, and it kind of surprised me, and that is Persepolis. This is a graphic novel memoir, and it's wonderful. This is a wonderful book. I still have yet to get to the second part because it confused me, because there's like this one edition that looks like it has both parts. I don't know. I don't have the rest of the story, but yeah, this kept turning up and I have it on my phone. The reason why, or some of the listed reasons for it being banned or challenged, is for gambling, offensive language, political viewpoint, and additional reasons, politically, racially, and socially offensive, and graphic depictions. I'm just gonna let you know, it's a good book. You gotta pick it up. It's interesting because this keeps being paired with this other graphic novel simply because they're graphic novels, so on these lists they're like kind of paired together. But Saga, you know, the Saga series, the graphic novels, but I can see why that would be challenged because that has a lot of mature content in there. So there's that. The last one I mentioned was also one that I saw pop up frequently, and I think this is also because this one, kind of like with Huck Finn, is also assigned in schools a lot. I was assigned this book to read, and I really like this one. The book I'm talking about is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is like a future dystopian novel. I think it was published like early 1900s. I have my phone right here. I'm going to give you an answer. It says banned in Ireland when it first appeared in 1932 and has since been complained about like every single year. And the reasons for it being on the banned list is for insensitivity, offensive language, racism, and sexually explicit. I feel like I'm saying the same thing for all these books, but yeah, read it. Alright, my battery's dying, so I gotta hurry this up, but it's very interesting seeing what books are banned and the reasons that they're banned for, so feel free to tell me about any books that maybe you love that are banned, or just your input on anything regarding banned books, and yeah, I'll see you in another video. Bye.